So I know that I was super missing for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm back. You're probably wondering why I look like this. So number one, I dyed my hair again today. So that's kind of why I look like a Smurf or Cookie Monster, if you will. And so tomorrow my university is closed because of snow. So that's why I really am like this today. And it's cute, so I don't care. So being somebody who has uploaded one video, got fairly okay attention on it, and has nothing to do right now because I'm not gonna do homework if I don't have class tomorrow. So I'm thinking I'm gonna ask my friends because I don't think I have enough viewers. See how blue? Okay, I don't think I have enough viewers for you guys to ask me questions yet. So I just posted something on my Instagram, I posted something on my Snapchat. So I'm gonna get a bunch of my friends to ask me questions and I'm going to answer them on camera so that maybe you guys can get to know me a little bit. This might be a flop, but I'm gonna give it my best. Give it my all, try my best, do good. I will do good. Okay, so start out with my questions. Seth says, rate me on a scale of 1 to 10. So next question, how do you come up with your makeup looks? So something that I've noticed kind of recently is that every time I dye my hair a different color, I try to do looks that kind of go with that. And so I did blue today because I finally touched up my hair from being like bleach blonde pinkish. So, I mean, I just wanted to do like a blue look now that my hair actually looked good. So oftentimes it's like seeing something that I think is pretty and going, how can I make that into a look? I get a lot of inspiration from YouTubers, so a lot of the time, or on like Instagram, a lot of the time I'll be scrolling through, I'll be like, that's cool, but what if I did this instead? So I'll take a lot of inspiration from people, but I never directly copy because I do want it to be, you know, styled to myself. I think that's pretty much it. It's a lot of trying new things, especially since I used to only do like orange and brown and mascara, and that was a day for me. So now that I'm kind of in a new environment where I can, you know, step out of my zone a little bit, I've been trying new things as much as I can just to see what's gonna work out and what isn't, so that way I know for the future. I just think it's kind of fun to experiment, I guess. So, Kane says, do you want to go get dinner at 5:20? Can't. So next question was from Gary. He said, how did you become so confident with yourself and how can I do the same? How do I answer this without getting too deep into my life before I'm ready to online? I don't know. The basic premise of the reason why I am who I am now is because I've gone through so much. Like I got bullied, everybody got bullied, but I got bullied back in like middle school and it really took like a toll on me, and I was in a relationship where I was put down for being the way that I am and being kind of chubbier on the thicker side. And all my life I've just kind of been told you need to chill out. You can't do that. People aren't gonna think you're normal. You're not normal. Like it's just kind of, it was always a constant thing. And it was like, why am I listening to these people? Why does any of this matter to me? So I guess it kind of started, my individuality kind of started coming out senior year when I cut all my hair off. Best decision I ever made, by the way. It's so much easier to take care of now. So I feel like that's kind of when it started, and I started doing more things with makeup. Like I would try whatever I wanted to while I was at school. We had to do our makeup a lot for color guard because I was in color guard for 4 years. So that makeup in its own was out of a lot of people's comfort zones. So it was just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, well, maybe I have to try this. So I did. And now, now that I'm in college, these people don't know me. And it's a lot like a new start. I mean, even after a semester, and I know almost everybody here because it's a small campus. It's like a new start. So like you can do whatever you want and you can make the first impression that you want to. So I want people to know that I'm an individual. You know, like that's why my hair's been red and pink and orange and bleach blonde and blue now, and it's just cause, you know, like there's no point in not being who you want to be. Like people give me shit about the tongue ring. How does it affect you? You know, it's just, if you want to do something and it sounds like fun, fucking do it, you know? Like everybody's, YOLO was the worst thing that ever happened to us as a whole. Our entire earth. YOLO was awful. But that's like really a thing that you can go by. Like, you only live once, you might as well try something. Like I've always wanted blue hair, but I was like, it's not gonna turn out as well as I wanted it to, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Like I'm not upset with it. Like it's not even everywhere, but you know, it was just something I wanted to do and I did it. And I wanted my tongue pierced, so I did it. Like it's just one of those things that if you don't do it now, when are you going to do it? You know? Just accept that you are your own person and the only person that can make decisions for you is you. So anyway, that was such a serious talk, and I'm probably gonna talk about it more in the future, but not right now. So next question. Next question. How long did it take to accumulate your extensive makeup collection? So let me show you that. So she was referring to, my James Charles palette is not on my table right now. Ugh, they don't even close correctly anymore. That's literally all my face stuff. Palettes, stuff I put on my face, got a lighter, nail stuff, and I don't, yep, nothing in there. So this is what she's referring to by my extensive makeup collection. I'm not like an MUA or anything, but I've kind of always done makeup all my life just because, you know, my mom would have me, you know, wear mascara for like fancy events when I was little, or I modeled for a little bit when I was like itty bitty bitty. And so I used to wear a lot of makeup for that. But starting in probably about 7th grade was when I started collecting makeup, because it was like, now's the time that we're gonna start wearing it, I guess. I'm sorry I sound like a man. I think I'm getting sick and that sucks for me. So I guess it's just been over the years, I've accumulated a lot. I don't know. It's just, you know, I just don't keep track of it. I mean, I have over probably 300 products right here, and this isn't even all of it because I don't bring a lot of it to my dorm. So that's what I have to say on that. My best friend's boyfriend asks, is Big Chungus the meatiest boy ever? I'm so distraught and disappointed and confused. But yeah, he is. You know what I'm saying? Next question. How old are you? I am 18. I'm a freshman in college right now. Yeah, that answers that. Okay, why are you so weird? My roommate goes, you don't have to answer that one. I don't know. I don't really think weird's a bad thing. Not at this point. I mean, I look like this. I have a tongue ring. It doesn't get much weirder. I mean, it does. Don't hold me to that. So next question. Is your roommate single? She said, don't. Favorite song? Okay, so I have a few, but my number one, the one that has stuck by me the longest, is probably Wake Up by Eden. Eden is not super well known, and they deserve to be a lot more well known because he's incredible. Like, in general, he's an amazing artist, and I've listened to him since 8th grade. Like, that song, Wake Up, has gotten me through some of the toughest stuff that I've ever gone through in my life. So, not to get like weird and personal with you, but like, that song's important to me. And so if you haven't listened to it, I will put a link to it in the description, and I think you guys should go listen. And check out their other stuff. His new album, Vertigo, you know, pretty great. He's cool. He once answered me on Snapchat, and that was cool because I snapped him and I was like, hey, do you have the piano part to Wake Up so I can learn it? And he goes, oh no, sorry. And I was like, I don't know why I thought he would have the piano part because it's all like electronically made. But anyway, so that was cool. So next question, do you have any pets? And I do. So I have a dog named Delilah, and I have a dog named Finnegan, and a cat named Violet. Finnegan is the light of my life. Hold on. This is my boy, and I'm in love with him. And he's my everything, and I would die for him, you know? Like, look how freaking cute he is. He's such a good boy. He's getting a little thick, but I like thick boys. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, Violet we've had for like 7 years, and she's just a cute little tuxie cat. And then Delilah's like a rat terrier mix. We've had her for a super long time. But Finn is like 3 years old now. He just turned 3 last week. It's my good boy. I love him. So I'm sure you'll see him in videos in the future because he's gonna be the spotlight because I'm in love with him. So that's that on that. Favorite YouTuber. This is hard. I would say Shane Dawson is probably my number 1. I've stuck with him through all of his phases. All of his videos I have watched them all. Like I've been with him for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryland who. But yeah, so I love him very much. And obviously James Charles, I adore him. He's the inspiration for a lot of my confidence, a lot of my makeup stuff, I guess. And I love Antonio Garza. I just think she's like amazing. She's so great. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's my favorite YouTubers. Go communicate with my sweet mates that are behind that door and to go talk with my roommate behind that door. So what steps would you take in the event of an apocalypse? I don't really know. Like honestly, like it's not something I think about a lot. So I guess I would just like fend for myself. What kind of apocalypse? You know, if it's like zombie apocalypse, I'm just gonna like lock myself in a bunker with like the 14 Cheez-Its that I have and call it a day and see how long they last. That'd be a cool vlog. What's the hardest part of college and how did you deal with it? The hardest part of college is honestly time management, which hasn't changed from high school because I was just as bad at it in high school. But I'm finding a way to make it work. Last semester was a little bit harder than this one because I had most of my gen ed classes like math and science and comp. So this semester it's easier because I'm taking like drawing and sociology, which is very interesting, and ethics, which I love business ethics. It's very interesting to me. That was redundant. That's fine. So I just kind of, I don't know, my roommate takes good care of me at this point where she's just like, well, you probably should start doing this, and then we work on homework together, so it kind of keeps us both on the same track. So I don't know, I'm still dealing with it, is basically how I have to answer that question. What is life and what brings joy into it? That is a good question, and that's very existential. Okay, so let's put a pin in this, and I'm gonna do a whole different video talking about this because of how I feel about it. Because I have this whole spiel, this whole conspiracy that I have, this theory about life that people like to argue with, so I'd like to see what you guys' opinions are, so I'm just gonna not think about that right now. So I was asked about makeup for sensitive skin. My skin is not super sensitive. So I use BH Cosmetics right now, the liquid foundation Naturally Flawless. I use that because it's easy to blend and it's nice and it creates like a nice thick layer. Some people don't like that, but I do because it kind of like what the heck am I trying to say? It evens out. It evens out my skin. That's what I'm trying to say. So it like fills in those cracks and it just kind of keeps it smooth all over, which is good. But what I've used in the past is, I love Burt's Bees. I think that one is great for people who struggle with their skin because it's all natural products. There's no like natural perfumes and it smells awful. So it's natural and it's nice. And those are not really the same color, so that's really cool. I think that's kind of, oh. I use Fit Me. I used to use Fit Me a lot more because it was cheap and available, but the matte poreless, you can also do like the dewy one, I think that's what it's called, and that's good for skin tones. It's kind of thin, so it just depends on what you want, but I would say like Dermablend or something like that is probably gonna be your best bet. So I think that's it. That's all the questions that I can answer, because I just still don't know how to edit, so that's really good for me. So I'm gonna figure out how to edit at some point in my life, because I did actually film a video a day right after I uploaded the first one, and I was like, this will be really, really good. And then I tried to find editing programs, and I can't afford like the $300 ones or the $50 ones. So I'm just gonna figure it out. I will eventually get good at it. I really will, because I'm kind of determined to like make something out of myself on here, if that makes sense. Like, that would be kind of cool, you know? So yeah, thank you guys for sticking through this video, because I know it was a long one, and it wouldn't be as long as if I knew how to edit, it would not be as long as it is. But I will work on fixing that for you guys, because I would like this to go somewhere. I realized that I was a little pessimistic in my first video, but I actually have high hopes. So, cool. Anyway, so thank you guys again for watching and sticking through this, because it's gonna be very long. But yeah, so I hope you guys stick with me on my journey, and I'm really gonna keep working hard to make content that you guys would enjoy. And if this is something that you guys did not enjoy, please tell me. If you guys have suggestions on what you would like me to do, please tell me, because I would love to make content that you guys would enjoy. I think that's all I have to say. So love you guys much, and I will see you guys in the next video in 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know.